Classic Chicago Bears, man. It's really the same story my entire life, okay? My entire life, I'm 21 years old, so I was born in 1999. I've been watching football hardcore since probably age 10. But obviously before that, I used to watch too. But, throughout my entire life, guys, it's been the same damn story every single year. We have a Super Bowl level defense, and our offense is one of the worst in the NFL. We have terrible offensive lines. We have play callers that really do not know what they're doing. We have quarterbacks that they're nowhere close to being the best in the NFL. But this loss, I'm not going to put all on the quarterback, because if you put Mitch in there, if you put Rodgers in there, if you put Mahomes in there, if you put Brady in there, Dan Marino, Peyton Manning, I don't care which quarterback you put in there, how do you possibly expect them to have any success with this putrid play calling, but more importantly also, one of the worst offensive lines I have ever seen, okay? And today it was a lot worse too, because Cody Whitehair went down, and although Cody Whitehair is nowhere close to our best offensive lineman this year, he's actually been having a big regression. He's given up the second most pressures out of any centers in the NFL. When he went down, our offensive line got even worse, because we have virtually no talent, no depth behind the front five, which the front five already are bad themselves. So what do you expect a quarterback to do with that? Okay, I know Nick Foles had a terrible game in this one. He threw a couple picks. He really did not convert in the red zone. He missed a couple big time throws. But I'm sorry, guys. I made these same excuses for Trubisky, and I'm going to make them for Foles too, because the truth is that this is not an excuse, okay? It explains exactly why no quarterback right now is able to have success in the Chicago Bears offense. It's a combination of a terrible offensive line that gives virtually no protection at all to their quarterbacks, and also a play caller that does not know what he is doing, okay? I know I've defended Matt Nagy to some extent on this channel. I've said that he's still a winning coach, okay? He's been winning all these games, and he's a great leader of men as well. He's built a great culture too. But when you look at him as a pure play caller in the NFL, I'm not sure he's it, guys, because at this point, he's never really had a truly great offense. And I know that there's so many things that play into it, okay? He doesn't have elite level quarterback play. He doesn't have anywhere close to a good offensive line. Maybe he doesn't have all the weapons he wants, but some of these plays that he calls, I mean, even Nick Foles knows himself, they are not going to work. That was said on the broadcast today. On the broadcast, I forgot who said it, one of the broadcasters, but he said that Nick Foles told him during the game or before the game that a lot of these plays that Matt Nagy calls, Nick Foles already knows they have no chance of working, because he's not going to get the adequate protection and the adequate time to get the ball off. And we saw that so many times today, okay? Going down the left sideline, I think it was it Darnell Mooney? I think it was Darnell Mooney. He was wide open, probably going for like a 90-yard touchdown, but he did not get the adequate protection from the offensive line. He didn't have enough time to set his feet and actually make a proper throw. The interceptions, though, were not great, okay? Especially the one in the red zone. That was really not a great throw at all by Nick Foles. And if I look at his stats, man, he had 261 yards. He went 28 for 40 on his passing attempts. He had 0 touchdowns, obviously, 2 interceptions, and a quarterback rating of 66.8. So, horrific numbers. But he also did get sacked 4 times. And I don't know how many times he actually got pressured or hit. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I'm assuming it was pretty much the entire game. So, I mean, it's going to be a high number, because the offensive line was about as bad as you can possibly get in the NFL. Overall, guys, this game was just straight defensive dominance on the part of the Los Angeles Rams. They really did not allow, the Chicago Bears offense to get anything going down the field. We were only 3 for 15 on our third down attempts. 1 for 4 on fourth down. So even when we were trying to make that comeback, we couldn't make it, because this Rams defense was just so dominant from start to finish, even in the fourth quarter when the Bears had made their comebacks. I mean, the Rams defense wanted no part of that, okay? The defensive line was about as good as you can possibly get. There were really no running lanes for David Montgomery to run through. They got to the ball carrier super fast. Pretty much all the plays down the field were not able to happen because the cornerbacks were sticking to our receivers, not really allowing much separation. And the few times that we did get separation, the pass rush of the Los Angeles Rams got in Nick Foles' face immediately and prevented him from making a good throw. I mean, Leonard Floyd had a big revenge game because he had a couple sacks and he looked like a dominant pass rusher, but obviously he was going up against the Bears offensive line, so that's not much to be proud of. But I'm just saying, guys, this Rams defense, man, they had a day. And you know, respect to all you Rams fans, okay? I know I'll have a couple Rams fans watching this video. Respect to you guys. You guys are a great team. You guys are probably going to do great things this year. Maybe go deep in the playoffs because you do have a great defense and an offense that can definitely run the football well. Which, speaking about the Rams offense, man, they could run the football with ease in this one. I mean, the Bears' run defense is still just such a tremendous weakness on our team, because even though I still think our defense as a whole is pretty dominant, the one weakness we do have is run defense because we don't have Eddie Goldman in the middle. The Rams had 161 rushing yards, which is absolutely unacceptable. It is why they were able to dominate time of possession and really keep their defense off the field and keep their defense fresh and keep their pass rushers fresh also. I mean, it was all because of how great the Rams were at running the football. And overall, I mean, it was a pathetic effort for the most part by our defense too. I get that our offense was really not helping them out at all. Our offense really was keeping the defense on the field for the majority of the game. But I'm just saying, guys, if you want to be taken as seriously as you were in 2018, first of all, you have to have better run defense. And second of all, you have to convert on all these opportunities you had to create big time turnovers. Okay, Tashawn Gibson, he could have had a pick six. He just swatted the ball away, man. What are you doing? Okay, you have to get that pick and return it for a touchdown, because that's the only way we could have possibly won this game. Eddie Jackson had another touchdown, which salute to Eddie Jackson, man. I mean, this dude, I thought he was out for the season at one point with the torn ACL because he went down with a non-contact injury, and usually those are not that good. But he returned to the game, had a touchdown too, which somehow was not called back for like the first time ever. Okay, the refs always want to call back Eddie Jackson's touchdowns. They did not do it today, and we could have maybe, you know, made a comeback run after that touchdown, but our offense wanted no part of that comeback run. So just a putrid day by our offense, not a great day by our defense either. And I do have to talk about special teams too, because man, this dude Ted Ginn Jr. is straight garbage, okay? He's a terrible punt returner. I mean, every single time he let the ball bounce backwards for like 5, 10 or more yards to put us at like our own 2 or 3 yard line. I mean, that happened so many times. I get that Johnny Hecker or whatever the hell his name is, I mean, he's one of the best punters in the NFL. So yeah, you know, you had a great punter punting to you, but you have to catch the ball at some point and not let the ball roll back so many yards. I mean, Ted Ginn was honestly scared of catching the football, which tells you a lot about his abilities as a punt returner at this point in time. He's not a great one, okay? We're gonna have to try out somebody else because he is clearly not working. But yeah, guys, it pretty much wraps up my video. It's going to be a short one because I highly doubt a lot of people want to watch this. And, you know, you guys are just as mad, as angry, and as sad as I am right now because, goddamn, man, I mean, I was so hyped for this game. I was waiting all week for this game, made that hype video. You know, I was all pumped up, you know, getting ready to watch a dominant Bears victory to shut a lot of people up. And the Bears just completely embarrassed us as a fan base, which is just totally unacceptable, okay? We had our chance to really steal the show on Monday Night Football in front of everybody, and we completely failed to do that. So you guys deserve to be angry, you guys deserve to be mad, but you also have to realize that it's only one loss, okay? So keep things in perspective. Don't give up on the season like a casual bandwagon fan would, okay? Because we're still 5-2 at this point. Things still can get better, okay? If we beat the Saints next week, things are going to get a lot better. Now, obviously, the play calling situation has to change at some point, so maybe you hand over play calling duties to somebody else, but at this point, I've completely lost all faith in Matt Nagy as a play caller. So maybe we have to change play callers, maybe we have to switch up things on the offensive line, make a big trade. You got to do something, though, because if we do not change anything, we're going to get the same results every single week. But like I mentioned, man, it is still early. We're still 5-2. We're still a winning football team. So don't give up all hope yet, because all hope is not lost. This loss really sucked. I'm really sad right now, really angry as well. But What can we do except hope for a better outcome next weekend? Have a good night, guys, and bear down.